pool before, so it's going to be anyone's game or anyone's guess as to who's going to win. I've seen our Broncos through thick and thin, being on the team myself and on the varsity level, it is quite the sport that they're going to be playing and whatnot, with the likes of Bluefin at the helm. Taking care of this team at the top level is going to be something that they're going to be used to. So let's see what they can do stacking up against Trine University.
It's very insightful, very insightful.
Ready
They're starting up. Bunker comp, ooh, I love that. We got a double sniper, like that too.
With the likes of the bunker crap going on, we've got Pops on Orisa, we've got Pulsar playing Baptiste, we've got Bastion on the field, Sombra and Mercy with going on the likes of Tall and Thin. So let's see what they can do. Keeping themselves in a defensive role is going to be very important here, especially dropping onto the point as it approaches that first corner there.
Mm-hmm. Kind of getting set up there. Gotta. Oh.
5, 4,
Right.
3.
There you go.
For WMU side, either Vic or Bluefin are going to be better to have because of the Bastion aim and then Bluefin doing the scouting around. For the other side, the Ana from the back will give a good vantage point, and then the Hanzo and McCree are also going to be good.
Yeah, the Hanzo and McCree coming out from Trine, I think they're going to be really good just for sight. You know, Hanzo's got the Sonic Arrow, McCree's got decent sight. You know. It's really a matchup. Right now they're just flanking heads.
Let's go raising up here, trying to find a pick off early in. Going on behind Orisa's shield. Here we go, trying to find that, approaching that first corner. They're going to drop here as soon as they are able.
Going in, nice ult.
Ryan being aggressive, pushing past Orisa's shield. Back on Reinhardt. Let's see what they can do. They managed to find the pick on the Reinhardt. Raze doing a great job securing that pick here. Trying to find something going off Sombra, using that high ground to their ability. Trying to find the next pick here. Doing a great job getting all already ready. Doing a fantastic job finding that on the fight. Trying to manage to getting it off the McCree for Raze. Doing a great job finding 3 amongst the mix. Doing a great job. Pops cleaning up with the Lucio fight. And it seems that first fight goes to our Broncos.
I like to point out that was a really good Bastion. You know, built it fast, kept in tempo.
As far as it goes, they're going to have to utilize that high ground as best as they can. Utilizing this is going to be Bastion's main attempt at...
Be on the lookout for the Sombra EMP for getting that.
Seems like the likes of Sombra's EMP is coming through. It seems like Trine is going to be taking the high ground advantage, trying to use that advantage. Getting up close and personal. Pops trying to pull, trying to find something here. Ryan going off and can't seem to find anything. Raze
the EMP is big.
Down. EMP is going off. Let's see what they can find. They have 3 under the hack right now. They managed to bring back Raze. Tall and Thin being able to secure the Lucio, trying to find that dragon pick. Pops unfortunately goes down. Raze managing to find the pick on here. Evan unfortunately going down. They can't seem to keep themselves alive when Mortality Field is down. Tall and Thin managing to find a second pick here in the Hanzo. They're trying to keep Raze here alive with a solo pocket, trying to keep the damage boost. Raze doing a great job trying to stay alive in that fight, using his ability to stay alive and survivability. Unfortunately going down here against that Ana. It seems Trine University is able to push the offensive here. Evan and Genji back in the fight here.
Genji gameplay is going to be really good to watch.
Going down here, Tall and Thin and Bluefin succumbing to that. The mic here, they're going to have to contest here, trying to find a bomb. Unfortunately, not being able to do anything quite just yet against the Trine offense. Trying to find something here. Pops goes down. Unfortunately, Evan losing mech. They're going to try to use that to stagger her to your best advantage. Picking up that first point. It seems as though Trine has the momentum here.
Just like to point out, this is more of like a main tank duel, and I think that both main tanks are kind of even, I would say. You know?
As far as it goes, they've shown aggression when it comes down to it. Pushing past that Orisa shield as Reinhardt is definitely quintessential in winning those fights there. With the Rhines are liking comps of what they are, and unfortunately not being able to utilize D.Va's kit there, they were unable to hold that position for very long. And now they're switching to the likes of the dive
Baptiste
comp.
ult?
It seems as though we've got Baptiste's ult using that field, trying to find a pick here. Unfortunately, Pops going down here against the McCree.
You might want to watch this McCree.
Hynun on the field. There goes the enemy beat. Let's see what they can do. Evan unfortunately going down, Tall and Thin not being in the right position, falling to what looks like the McCree here, picking up 3.
It's really impressive from Trine. They executed that perfectly.
Trine University definitely showing what they can do as far as their offensive toolkit goes. Everyone is in the right position as far as everything goes, and they're utilizing their synergy perfectly. Let's see what the Broncos the Broncos can do here to reclaim the ground that they have lost so far. Pop's trying to find something here, able to get the bubble off from Zarya. Let's see what he can do with it. Tall and Thin, unfortunately, going
the
down.
grab coming out.
Going out. The grab is on the field for Trine University. They can't seem to get their footing here. It seems as though Raze is able to find 2 along with Bluefin, trying to pick up 2. There's 3, able to get their momentum back here. The Nano goes out to the Zarya. Unfortunately, Pop's biting the bullet to the Lucio on the field right now. They're trying to see what they can do here. Managing to get the EMP off, getting off 3 so far. There's the sleep on the Zarya, going down, doing a great job reclaiming their footing here. And that last second fight goes to the Broncos, able to reclaim their footing here with 3 minutes on the board.
Again, truly impressive.
That last fight, very impressive with our Broncos being able to reclaim the footing that they lost here. Trying to get the high ground is going to be quintessential for the likes of Tall and Thin, as he needs to utilize that high ground to stay out of these fights to heal his teams.
Oh, nice Nano coming off.
Trying to utilize that high ground. Trine University pushing off the Reinhardt, utilizing that positioning to the best of their advantage. The fight is going to go on. Pops, unfortunately, taking the anti.
B comes
here.
down.
The Nano comes out, but he's able to survive, getting that health boost that he needs, keeping Pops in that fight. There's the enemy B. Evan managed to find.
You can watch that Zarya on red side.
Doing a great job. Pulsar managing to pick up 1 here. Using that momentum, Raze unfortunately taking a headshot there. Evan manages to find the Ana in the background there, and Bluefin goes ahead and takes out the Hanzo. Zarya is ultimately going down here against Evan, and Tall and Thin manages to find the Lucio in the back here. Doing a great job executing themselves. 60 seconds on the board. They seem to have reclaimed the momentum and their footing here. 0-1 on the board. The Trine University is going to have to find something here to push past the defensive capabilities of the Broncos here.
You might want to check out this Pharah.
I see the switch on the Pharah. This could be interesting.
Ultimates coming from the likes of McCree and Ana here. They have a Nano in the pocket, and the Broncos also still do have Grab in their pocket. They're going to have to finish this out
what'd you
with
call?
Grab and Blade.
There's the grab
There's
coming
the
out
grab.
from Evan.
And there goes Blade, trying to find 2.
There's the Blade.
Managed to find 1. Managed to find 2, 3.
4.
And that fight looks like it is ultimately going to go over to the Bronco Thunderclaps here, being able to reclaim their footing here. 15 seconds on the board. It does not look like Trine is going to be able to reclaim the ability and the ground to get back here in time. Lucio on the field trying to find them for that last-ditch effort. They find him.
Lucio on the cart.
Looks like he's on the cart, manages to get there, but not enough. There comes Reinhardt coming barely in. The trickle method is not going to be very beneficial to them. It seems as though they managed to find the enemy grab here. Going out here, they're going to use High Noon. We don't know exactly where there's 2. They managed to find a fire strike on Evan. The Broncos seem to like they're losing ground here, unfortunately. Right, doing a great job holding the shield up. They're trying to find, unfortunately, Taunton in the background with that fire strike. Trine University manages to secure the fight at the last second there, being able to pick up this last checkpoint in overtime here. 1 minute, 29 seconds on the board. They're going to have to find a lot of ground here, making great time here for Trine University. They've got 1 more attempt here. If they can get it fully without any contests, they will be able to finish with time. However, if the Bronco Thunderclaps put in enough effort, manage their ult economy properly, they will be able to finish them out without any time left.
Oh, man.
Pharah is going to be ultimately confined here in tight spaces. Maybe not the best pick to go for here. If they can find a barrage in the mix of a grab, they might be able to make something happen here. Pop's going out with a huge slam, managing to find the beat from the enemy Lucio. The beat also comes out for the Bronco Thunderclaps. They're going to try to find here something here. Bluefin manages to find up 1. The Pharah is going to go ahead and knock out Raze. They can't seem to find anything more to capitalize on that. Zarya doing a great job staying high charge here. Pharah low on health, trying to find something here. Evan unfortunately going down. There's 2, unfortunately, but the Pharah also goes down. There's 3 on the board right now. Bronco Thunderclaps losing momentum here as the Pharah picks up 2. Lucio and McCree following up with the cleanup duty here.
Right down to the line.
Doing a great job at putting on that pressure for the Bronco Thunderclaps. They are saying that we are not going to make this easy, and as far as it goes, you will not stop us out here if you do not pull it together.
True.
Raze unfortunately going down to the enemy. McCree here trying to find Blade. There's the Blade. And Blade coming out here. Managing to find 1. Finds 2. Unfortunately going down to the enemy High Noon. McCree again finding 2 in the background here. The ante is out. Great job from Tall and Thin. They managed to find the grab, trying to find something here. Unfortunately, Pop's going down here. Evan being able to clean up, and they managed to find it in overtime.
Truly impressive.
Round 1 goes to the Broncos.
All right, David, how things looking from
0 to 2. Switching sides.
Now, what are your thoughts exactly on the last fight that went on there? What do you think that both teams did well?
I think that they're just like very good at executing like their own team stuff.
David, are you mostly staying on the
And-
overview camera then?
It's truly impressive.
Okay, so no, great job there. As far as everything goes, the Trine University has done a great job at putting on pressure for the Broncos.
That's true.
The Broncos here,
That's
they
true.
were able to reclaim that last point there. Ultimately, with 1 minute and 29 seconds on the board, they were able to cap it again. Overtime, they managed to find some sort of footing there and were able to secure the fight, utilizing that nano and the grab there at the last second to wipe out the Broncos. Unfortunately, they're going to have to put on a new strategy here if they're going to find some way in contending with the Broncos, especially when it comes down to their offense. They're going to have a better time with more synergy here. It seems as though this team has been playing longer at a higher level, so they're going to be able to apply that pressure where they're going to be need to with the likes of Bluefin and Raze doing a great job on the DPS role. They were able to respond there, being able to shut down Bluefin's Nano Blade there in his attempt using their own counter High Noon. Able to shut down those two ultimates with the likes of one is great team synergy right there, and especially great execution when you're under pressure from the enemy Genji. So Bluefin unfortunately goes down there, but the likes of their McCree did a great job at putting on the pressure exactly when he needed to, ultimately shutting down that play.
1. Attackers incoming.
Trine University, let's see what they're going to do starting off on the high ground. They're going to have to approach them around this first corner here with some sort of tenacity to make sure that they can counter the offense for the Broncos.
Steven, have you been keeping the stream mostly just on third-person view? Or our view?
Pop's diving in here.
Oh, there's the dive coming through. Got to push them off just a bit.
Just a bit. Lucio able to keep them off just a bit.
There's the monkey diving in. They're just kind of peppering them like, oh, that's nuts. Oh, there's the pig.
The Reinhardt. It seems
There's
they're
the
gonna
Resin
try to res
Mercy.
that.
Denied the
That was
Resin
a horrible
Mercy.
mistake. Unfortunately, they were able to dive in and utilize their offensive pressure to knock down this push. And it seems like they're going to get this first point for free. They got another recontest here if they can get together, but they're going to need to find a Lucio and the likes of their team comp in order to get back here in time.
Just perfectly executed.
And there's the Lucio switch.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
That first point goes to the Broncos. They are Trine University unable to recontest for that first point, so they're going to have to get that point with little to no contest here. We're going to see what they're going to do with this next fight. Pop's trying to find something on an angle on this Reinhardt. There's the grab. Going ahead and getting 3, 4, 5. There's an entire team right there going down. It seems like the Broncos pouring on the pressure here, able to get a team kill in that next second fight.
If that team sauce was a Taco Bell sauce, it'd be Diablo.
Straight fire.
Definitely.
Anyways, Trine University going to have to find a new approach here with the likes of dive going on in the Broncos' offensive capabilities here. Pop's doing a great job at managing his jumps, being in the right position at the right time, putting pressure on the Reinhardt when he needs to, and keeping everybody in front of him at all times, which is great. Utilizing that
being
verticality,
popped.
is going to be using that. There's going to be using Rage here. Let's see what they can do to find something in the mix. Trine University pouring on the pressure, trying to use the likes that they don't have a shield.
Rally's
Play
being popped.
behind. Here we go. There's a fire strike. They managed to find the shatter. Unfortunately, uses it. Unfortunately, going down here. Pulsar doing a great job knocking him out right after he uses it. Following it, they're going to have no front line to use. There's the enemy.
There's
Diva
the bomb
going
coming out.
off.
Pop's picking off
Unfortunately.
Lucio. And then Briggs kind of just holding.
Discord goes off on the Brig. Unfortunately, Bluefin taking him out there, then and there. They're going to use that high ground to the best of their advantage. Pop's doing a great job finding the Reinhardt amongst the mix, trying to find the enemy Diva as well. Unfortunately, going down, Reza able to find her in the mess of the mix there. It seems as though this is evolved into what a ultimate fight here. They seem to have popped up the grab with both support also. We've got the beat coming out from the Broncos' perspective. Evan able to find the Zarya amongst the mix. They managed to find 3 amongst that whole fight with Reinhardt and Brig going down there.
Spicy.
Iron Man and Natan both falling down to Pulsar and Rays being able to use that Mountain Goats composition to the best of their ability, utilizing that high ground, is going to be essential when it comes to Route 66. Again, being able to contest that next checkpoint with little to no resistance, Trine definitely going to have to find something here in their toolkit in order to counter this offense from the Broncos. Bubble coming up from Zarya, trying to protect the Reinhardt. They switch to the Bastion comp. Being able to put that out there is going to be essential, but he's going to have to find the right sort of positioning here. Bomb coming out from the likes of Evan, not getting anybody. They managed to find the grab here, trying to pick somebody off. They got the anti in the grab here, but unfortunately the trans is just enough to save everybody. They managed to keep the rage and pick off the Reinhardt, and Bastion also going down from the likes of Pulsar. Their enemy mech is also going down with the likes of Anna and D.Va following suit from Pops and Bluefin. What a play-by-play action there. They're going to find the rest of them. Reinhardt putting up a shield, trying to keep everybody in the likes moving on here. Pulsar finding the enemy Lucio there. They're pouring on pressure, trying to break that shield from that Reinhardt. Manages to find two. They managed to find the enemy Zarya, putting grab right on spawn. They're going to not be able to contest it here. D.Va comes out, unfortunately, too little, too late. WMU wins that round.
Just a spectacle. It's a spectacle.
The offensive pressure from the Broncos, again, it was very distinct. It was very decisive. Trine University tried to keep a defensive effort there, but it seems like they were losing more ground than they could make. And with that being said, their DPS were not able to find the picks that they quite just needed, especially with the likes of Goats in the mix there. Again, since there were no DPS period there, they were getting relatively pushed with no sense of verticality, with the likes of D.Va and Lucio only being able to challenge them up top. Lucio and as far as D.Va can go, they're great in those situations when it's a one-on-one situation against the DPS. But the likes of Mountain Goats, with everyone having some sort of verticality, with the exception of a few, they were able to put on the pressure in places where Trine University could not contest them very accurately.
And my question is, what are they going to run? Like, which team, what do you think they're going to run in these comps, in this game?
Yeah, Hanamura is it's a very hard defensive hole to actually approach, and it's also a very hard offensive. It's very hard offensive front to hold, in fact. And when you're going and using offense to try to breach this, there's only one or really three options that you can take, and that's either going above, right through the middle through the strong gate right there, or flank through that top left window from the offensive perspective and whatnot. And if they cannot manage to get through that, it's going to be very difficult because the defensive team has everything in their favor to go ahead and to respond to that, especially if you get knocked off or picked off early. So coming forward from that, it is a long way back from spawn, but if you can hold that in a specific manner, it's very easy to shut out the offensive team. So with that being said, we're going to be looking at Trine University so far, holding that defense first, and we're going to see our Broncos go ahead here and attack first. They know what is the right comp here to run here, and dive seems like to be the play here, especially with the likes of Mountain Goats being so in the meta right now. With that being said, a traditional comp with Ryan Zarya at the helm right now, and a Mei is typically a very popular pick here at Hanamura, but let's see what they can do here. They're going to be using...
You can talk about how they're doing the sim.
It seems like as if they're going to be using a symmetrical rotate strat.
Oh, there they go!
High ground, using that high ground to their advantage, taking it away from Trine University. They're going to set up the Bastion right there, trying to find something off point. It seems though Baptiste is going to be right on top of everybody, trying to keep them alive with that immortality field. Now that he's viable and used in comp, is going to be very useful here, keeping Bastion in the mix here. They're going to see Trine University rotate back to point, on point, setting up there as fast as possible. The likes of them is going to be very easy. They're going to be rotating here, again, finding that next offensive point. Bastion setting up here in the back, trying to find something. Can't quite see anything yet. Iron Man's going to kill himself, unfortunately, not being able to find anything, trying to find something in the corner here. The Reinhardt, unfortunately, goes down here, is not able to find anything. Broncos able to use that offensive,
there's the
do their
Baptiste
capabilities, using turrets to deny them any sort of approach. Finding 3 here. Ray's finding 4. And it seems like with little to no resistance from Trine University, they were able to cap the point. The Broncos were able to find that first point with, again, little to no resistance using that Symmetra rotation strat. Unlikely in higher elos, but it seems to have worked very well in this sort of situation. Let's see what they can do going on to that next point. again, this one is more in the defensive players' favor. They've got the high ground, they've got a short walk back from spawn, and it seems like this is going to go right into this next fight. They're going to be able to TP right in the point from the left side, using that flank to their ability. It seems though they're going to drop from the high ground. They're going to try to eliminate the Bastion. Immortality Field going up here, trying to find the likes of that and utilizing that for the defensive ult. Managing to find Raze, unfortunately shutting him down. And it seems though Trine doing a great job here responding to that first fight. They were able to go ahead and knock out, unfortunately, the Zarya pick is going down here. Mercy, unfortunately, going down here as well. Talented not being able to make that flyover. Evan and everybody else resetting with the rest of their team. Trine University successfully defending their point on that second half here. Let's see what they're going to do to respond to the rest of this. 5 minutes and 40 seconds.
You're talking about the ult advantage and matching it.
And with that being said, we have the ult advantage here with Goats on the field. It seems as though the Broncos have the ability to build ults when they can, but it seems as though Trine University has the advantage here when it comes to ult economy.
Quite impressive. Quite impressive.
Again, going to try to use that attacking advantage. With more people on the point, they're going to be able to stall out the respawn time from Trine University being on the defensive team. There's an enemy grab here trying to find something. They managed to find pick off 2. Pops, Evan, Ryan, and Raze also go down here. They seem to shut down this next push.
Just a maze.
Third fight going on the board, 4 minutes, 30 seconds on the board, 55 seconds rather on the board, excuse me. We're going to see what they're going to be doing in this next fight. It seems as though the Broncos are going to be struggling here, managing with their ults here. It seems like they have the advantage right now at the current moment. Trine University occupying that high ground, not giving them any sort of sense of challenge up. They're going to go right on a point. Pop trying to find something in the madness right here, protecting his team as best as he possibly can. There's a shatter from Trine University, managing to pick off Pops, unfortunately going down right then and there on the spot. They're able to find Raze as well, getting Evan out of mech, not being able to secure the like some speed under his belt. Pulsar also goes down, and it seems as though they're not going to waste time staggering Evan here, but knocking him out right then and there. Trine University doing a great job responding to the threats they were getting earlier on Route 66. Now they're showing what a proper defensive hold looks like now that they have the advantage. Being able to have that short walk back from spawn definitely does help.
WMU is coming up on ults as well as, so it's going to be a big old ult.
Here we go with the likes of 2 ults on the board for Trine University. They've got the chance here to defensively hold anything that the Broncos can push out here. We're going to see a fight on high ground. Let's see what they can do. Hammer down comes out from the likes of
Pops.
See, Pop's able to find nobody, unfortunately not being able to do anything. They managed to force themselves on a high ground. They got the EMP, and there is the likes of EMP going out on the field. Both grabs coming out on the field. Let's see if anybody can make anything happen. And it seems like Raze is able to find something there. Pops being able to find 2. Tall and Thin and Pops being able to find 3 here, respectfully trying to use that Transcendence to keep things moving here. Try to hold for just a hot second more. They managed to find themselves back on point, but it seems like Zen is going down with the likes of Ryan, Brig, and Lucio right behind them. The Broncos managed to find the upper hand here, using that attacker's advantage to keep them in spawn for a lot longer than they already are. Paladin trying to find something here. Managed to find the Sombra in the Discord as far as goes. Bluefin using that high charge to keep everybody together. Goats is coming through here. They have the advantage right here, trying to build another shatter as fast as possible at 68% right now. There it is on the board, and the Broncos manage to find themselves in that next round.
Just beautifully
TV, and how was that?
I think it was.
When it comes down to it, Trine University was able to go ahead and respond there for quite a bit, showing them that they are defensively a team that should be a force to be reckoned with. They're going to have to well coordinate themselves for their next defensive hold. When they do, while the Broncos do have time on the board, they're going to have to shut them down here for them to go ahead and just get a shutout victory. Do you think it can be done?
Of course, 100%.
Broncos doing a very great showcase of offensive capabilities with the likes of Bluefin and Raze at the helm, doing a great job at shutting down its respective ults and utilizing their ult economy to the best of their ability. You know, the raw talent between those two, again, is very well showcased. I know that Bluefin, again, placed at least top 500 while running a tank, Reinhardt in particular, with the likes of Raze X topping out at Masters, doing a great job there as far as the SR gain. Everybody else here is either in Diamond or Masters above, doing a great job at 3,500 is very respectable SR to have, especially at this competitive level.
Attackers
don't know the exact percentage, but I think it's 1% of all the players.
Sim bunker.
Sit.
Working again here with the Symmetra strat, going ahead and lining up those turrets in a defensive spot. We'll see if Trine University is able to go ahead and respond to this as they go ahead and run another bunker comp.
2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Occupying the high ground here, Evan trying to find something with a damage boost. Trying to get some poke damage here.
They're going
Let's
under.
Yep, going to Seawall. Let's see what they can do. It seems as they're going to be rotating here, trying to find the TP. Unfortunately, it's destroyed before it can get done. They managed to find 2 in Bluefin and Tallenten, not able to do anything here. They're down 2, Array with their main healer down. Pops with the likes of Pops going down here. It seems as though Trine University doing a great job trying to find something here and make something happen as far as this next fight going. They're showing a great showcase of their offensive capability with the likes of Zarya at the helm, picking up 2 with Lucio following soon behind, Evan not being able to do anything against them, using that stagger to their best to their ability. They showed off what they could do here.
Goat swap for
great offensive team here. And here we go, further moving forward. We see a goat swap on the other team. Broncos switching up here, trying to use the likes of a traditional sense that they've always been used to for the original goats. Samba trying to go ahead and find something here. Let's see what she can do under pressure. Let's see, Reinhardt approaching here. A high ground fight going off and ensuing.
Both rallies
Zarya
being
being able
popped.
to find Pops. Their front line is down. They're not going to be able to go ahead and use that shield to the best of their ability here. Zarya using both bubbles here, not being able to find anything amongst the madness. They've got Reinhardt's up. Their enemy, the grab is on the field right now, able to take out the likes of Pulsar and Raze. Doing a great job here using that ult academy to their best of their ability, maybe showcasing off a better sense of their offensive capabilities. It seems though the Lucio and Zarya picking up 3 here within the last minute here. They're able to use that attack gear's advantage. For on point against their one, being able to stagger like that is going to be quintessential in winning these fights. It seems though they're able to find 3, unfortunately, going down there. They are able to put on more on the pressure here, switching to the likes of a stall comp. The likes of Ball and Ham is now out. Unfortunately, Pop's not being able to find anything here. The EMP is out for the likes of the other team here. Broncos not able to find their footing. They're going to get this 2 ticks here and finally getting that 3 ticks. There it is with the likes of Trine University responding to the Broncos on an offensive side, doing it faster than the Broncos.
Oh, yeah.
Gaining time here, 5 minutes, 46 seconds on the board for Trine University. 2-2 situation, 2 minutes and 40 seconds for the likes of the Broncos. What are they going to do here, or what do they need to do to respond to such a fast time from Trine University?
I think they just needed to hit harder. They just need to hit harder, you know?
Yeah, press Q just a little bit harder.
Yeah, press
That'll go
Q.
ahead and take care of
Press
those.
W
those
and Q, both. At
Great
the same
job,
time.
yep. A fine use of ult economy from the likes of Trine University, doing a lot better job here offensively and defensively when it comes to this set of matches. Not like a repeat on the Route 66 match. They're able to go ahead and capitalize on the likes of Sombra with her EMP, shutting down abilities all across the board, not being able to capitalize on those. It is quintessential for the individuals who are going to be playing with Sombra. So, with that being said, we're going to see what they're going to do in this next set right here. 2-2 on the board, 5 minutes, 46 seconds, and 2 minutes and 40 seconds on the board for each team respectively. Trine University on the defensive end here, they're going to be running a traditional defensive comp here with the likes of the Baptiste being introduced in the mix. Trying to hide their hand here, managing to find a hack on the enemy team here, trying to keep the Reinhardt in the mix here. Pops with the likes of that is playing well to his cover, making sure he doesn't expose himself too much while the enemy Sombra is hacking him and hacking everybody, in fact, as far as things go. She's trying to keep everybody and the pressure going on from both fronts, utilizing and forcing their attention under both situations. Using that Discord to the best of their ability. It looks like they're going to force their way through, taking out the enemy Ryan here, and it seems as though May is not going to be able to use that Ice Wall to the best of her ability, getting knocked out relatively early here. Evan going ahead and finding her in the midst there, able to find the Baptiste in the back there, going on and pouring on the pressure here offensively, pushing up onto that main point. Again, little to no resistance from Trine University as the Broncos are able to make a swift fight out of that first encounter. 2 minutes on the board.
Nice.
Able to cap that second tick, moving forward right along. Trying to get to that second point again with Lucio on the board is able. They're able to go ahead and use that snowball effect and use that attacking advantage if they can get on point before the rest of Trine University is able to do so. So Trine University is going to drop from high ground, losing that high ground positioning. They're going to fight right on here, on point, keeping it scrappy. They're going to try to fight the likes of Ryan, able to pick up Pops out of the fight with the likes of Brig falling from the enemy team. Unfortunately, it seems as though Nathan not able to find anything here. Hammer down coming up from the likes of the enemy team here. It seems as though the Broncos are going to have a hard time recovering here, getting their footing here with the likes of Rally coming out, trying to use that to escape to the best of their ability. 3 outs on the board respectively for either team. Let's see what they could do here in this next fight. It seems as though defensively, Trine University has the advantage here, while on the other hand, they have the likes of a play being in the works here for the Broncos. Let's see if they can execute it though. Attacking health packs here.
Yeah, Mega on the side.
Trying to make something here. EMP from the other team likely coming out. Trine University using that offensive capability to the best of their ability, shutting down all those abilities. Evan and Pops going down with Pulsar and the likes. Raze also following suit. Now able to find anything here with 59 seconds. I'm sorry, 50 seconds on the board. They're going to have to find something here in this last few seconds. 5 ults on the board. Let's see what they can do here. It seems defensively now the tables have switched, rather. It seems as though the Broncos have the advantage here when it comes down to ults, and it comes down to this as far as it goes. They've got nothing to respond.
You could talk about the 5 ults versus none.
With the 5 ults on the board, let's see what they can do again with this last fight here. The hack is coming out with the EMP, with the likes of Hammer Down going. Let's see what they can do to capitalize on this. The beat is coming out. It seems as though, unfortunately, the Trine University is not able to find anything here with 5 of the likes going down the board. With Sombra teleporting out, trying to get back to that health pack, trying to find herself in a better situation. And it seems like Talentin's going to go ahead and use that Transcendence just to show that they've got good manners.
God, impressive.
That
Both
was an ult
sides.
fight. Yep. It seems as though that ult dump manages to find themselves in a better situation with 10 seconds on the board. It seems as though if they can hold it defensively, they'll get the additional minute. And unfortunately for Trine University, they could not keep them out and shut them out at the 2-2 situation. So now they're going to go on to that second set with a 2-4 situation. Broncos have the opportunity to shut them out here. They need to reconfigure their defense here so they can route out their time from 5 minutes and 46 seconds on the board. They're going to have to do a lot better job here defensively than they did from the first set.
True self, greetings.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
I count a little more time to get ready.
Looking at the Mei here. Quite impressive.
It seems like the Broncos are going to use, again, a traditional comp with the Mei on the side here, opting to use what seems like just a traditional, actually, yes, just a traditional goats comp with the Mei. So it's Snoats in this case. So they're going to be playing around tank gameplay with Mei, utilizing her ice wall to trap and block any individuals who decide to cross a certain threshold, namely that barrier right there. So when Ryan comes across that door, she's going to do her best with Bubble coming out. There's the ice wall, trying to go ahead and get everybody on one side. Seems like they can take out the Ryan and the Brig, doing a great job of capitalizing on that. With the lack of shield, they're able to go ahead and push as aggressively as they want, finding everything that they can in the back there. Nathan, unfortunately, going down with the likes of Pops, doing a great job being super aggressive here. Evan able to pick out the Zen at the end there, doing a great job with the stagger. They're going to use, again, the Mei to the best of their ability defensively to use that ice wall and keep people in and out at the same time. If you can keep them in that threshold, it is very hard for individuals with no verticality to get in and out of that situation, especially with the likes of Ryan and with no Zarya bubble. Ray's able to find the Sombra here in the backline, dilly-dallying around. It seems as though they managed to find Bluefin in the mix, though. But they have the advantage here with Ryan and the likes of the Helm trying to keep everybody out. They're going to use Tall and Thin's capability of Discord and the volley here, trying to keep everybody out defensively, using that Discord as the best ability. With Hammer Down coming up from the likes of Pops, doing a great job there. They're able to capitalize and clean up here for the Broncos.
My ultimate is ready.
It's quite impressive, you know. Like I know I keep saying that, but it's true, you know.
The
It's
Broncos
just
are doing a
a
great
lot
job,
more.
excellent job, yes.
Yes, it's just two spectacles of talent. It's like watching Fantasia, 2001, not 2012.
We will have to make that comparison later as they go ahead and use Lucio and Grab to keep them on that ice wall, trying to utilize that to the best of their ability, knocking out as many as they can. They managed to find the Lucio in the mix, well, unfortunately not being able to capitalize on that. The enemy, Bluefin's freeze comes out, managing to pick up 4 and 5. They are able to capitalize and shut them out of this last fight, trying to find the likes of Sombra, who has Discord on him, not being able to survive that, taking that fire strike. Unfortunately going out there from the likes of Pops. Great accuracy there, doing a great job, keeping himself in position to snipe out that last character. Let's see what they can do here. They're going to need to reconfigure again their comp here. They've got the ults advantage. However, defensively, the Broncos have some sort of they have the ability to respond to anything they can dish out right now. And there's the Hammer Down coming out there from the likes of Pops, coming out, managing to find the Sombra and the Reinhardt. Excellent plan there from the Broncos, able to capitalize on this, pushing as far as they can. And it seems as though the Trine University is unable to respond to that with the likes of Reinhardt not being in the proper position. Very sneaky from the likes of Pops. Excellent positioning, excellent execution of that, and he was able to go ahead and knock out two, finishing that fight very swiftly from the likes of the Broncos. Great job.
You know, I've seen Pops do that like 3 or 4 times, and he's died. But that was impressive.
That was definitely impressive. With the likes of he was able to go ahead and capitalize that. Lucio in the back line here. Nathan trying to find something. EMP coming out the likes of like Iron Man doing a great job trying to find himself in a better situation here, trying to get and capitalize on the grab here. It seems as though Trine University's
will
feet
go
has
out.
managed to come out. Unfortunately, Raze and Pops are going to take out 2 from that situation. They seem to have the advantage here when it comes to that. They don't have anything to respond to the freeze that is going on right now. Pops trying to swing, trying to find something here, manages to find 3 here. It seems as though Bluefin able to capitalize on the Zarya, Lucio, and Sombra all going down in that last fight there. What are they going to have to do to reconfigure again? 2-4 situation on the board. They've got time on the board, but they're going to have to struggle to find some sort of answer to the Snoats comp that they do have.
Faramai.
Correct. Right now, they don't have any sort of response with the likes of Zen. There goes the Transcendence and the grab from both teams, respectively. They're going to try to find something. Discord in the field. They were able to find the Reinhardt in the mix. Raze doing a great job knocking out the Reinhardt. Discord on the field. Talented trying to find the likes of the Farah in the sky, able to tag 2 or 3, but it seems as though she's got a little bit of healing on her. Able to find the Brig in the mess. Evan doing a great job knocking her out. Saying that high charge is a very quintessential running Zarya. The Farah is able to come out. Iron Man doing the likes of just trying to get some poke damage, trying to build out that ult is going to be quintessential in building a barrage grab combo and the likes of this situation, which would be very ideal here since everybody will be close together. There's not many 2 options to run, especially with that the likes of that left ring being blocked off. And it seems as though they're going to use that speed to get through this ice wall as fast as possible. Unfortunately, a poor ice wall from the likes of Bluefin not able to capitalize on that. They're going to go ahead and fight that as fast as possible. They're taking out with the likes of the Hammer Down coming down from the enemy Reinhardt. They're going to get to managing to pin Evan. Unfortunately, there's a stun coming out from the enemy Reinhardt. Trine University trying to capitalize on that as best as possible. Pops unfortunately going down. There's the grab, but Transcendence from the likes of Tarleton able to respond to that. They're going to keep his team alive with the likes of B on the field. It seems like they're going to get the tick. Can't quite manage to get it there. They're going to keep this fight on point. Nathan doing a great job stalling here, using speed to keep himself above the situation and from any threats that are going to be on the field. Tarleton trying to respond here. Able to keep the hold defensively. It seems as though they managed to find the tick in the madness. Nope, they didn't. They didn't find that tick in the madness. Broncos doing a great job here, trying to get a 2-4 situation shutout here for the situation for the Trine University. Unfortunately, not being able to find any sort of response to the Snoats comp. Able to utilize that miscall right there. There is both the freeze and grab and Transcendence all at the same time. Let's see what they can do. There's Hammer Down coming out from the additional shatter, going out for Pops, trying to find 4 or 5. There it is for the Broncos.
Bronco will take game 2. Amazing. Spect.
2-0 situation right now. That last game was spectacular. Quite the ult dump from both teams. It seems as though that freeze was the last deciding factor, keeping everybody in line enough for that shatter to come out, especially in that last situation here. And if we continue to play the game here, again, very great job with the ult management here, trying to keep everybody alive with the likes of Transcendence. Great use of countering those ultimates. When you can use one ult to knock out 2 others from the enemy team and they have no response to follow up with that, it's going to be an excellent follow-up for the individuals who are in position to attack right afterwards. So great job for the likes of the Broncos.
No, but we're moving in Kings Row, which traditionally has been a GOATS map. We do see the sniper coming up on defense from Raze. His hit scan play is really strong, so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, for sure. And looks like we got an opposing Sombra from Trine, so this should be interesting Widow duels. Always fun to see that on Kings Row. Let's see, we got another sniper, actually, Bluefin on the Hanzo, so be able to help out Vic and shut down that enemy Widow.
So what you're going to see here is the peek out from attack from Trine. They're going to see the Rhine, and hopefully WMU set up a cross angle here rather than having their snipers in the same spot.
Yeah, the cross angle on this map is nasty, especially over top point. You got up in the top left corner you've got the one opening there, and then you've got opposing high grounds on the other side of the point.
So we see 3 quick clicks coming from WMU. Monkey's getting rezzed.
All right, this is good. We've got long spawn for the defenders, which it really helps out that attack. You take out a couple of key players, it takes them forever to get back. I don't know that this is the longest reset for defenders, but it's definitely a pretty long one.
And we see Pulsar getting there, which gets rid of the invulnerability field. Bluefin with a quick pick on the Widow, but you're losing the Raze. And the attacker's up too.
Here comes the res. We got the res on the Monkey.
They got rid of Evan.
Yeah, we got 1 tick. Let's see if they're gonna get 2.
It looks like a first take from Trine.
Yeah, it looks like they're gonna cap that point. What's your biggest takeaway from that defense for WMU?
WMU really didn't have a presence on the point. They tried to play high ground and didn't really have the ability to hold first. So hopefully we see more contest here on the street space, which you will see with the Reinhardt.
Yeah, for sure. I know that just from my past experience with this team, just like watching them play from the academy team, they excel at Kings Row, especially in the streets. The first point hold's pretty difficult, but I think we'll see some of their strong suits come out.
Couple quick picks from Trine. They'll be able to capitalize off this.
They sent 3 ults though. That's so for the next fight, looks like WMU is gonna have a big ult advantage. Looks like they're gonna have 5 coming up. The only one they're missing is Widow. Anna's is almost there at a 90%, so she'll have that pretty soon.
You'll see the most important thing from Trine here is to use this defensive ult well. You got Lucio that can really mitigate that damage from both the tank damage.
Yeah, for sure.
You're probably looking at a grab dragon.
Okay, grab dragon.
Yeah, grab dragon here. Grab dragon. This is a huge ult combo. Should be a fight win for WMU.
Wow. I gotta say that was really impressive from them. They even mitigated the beat.
Both defensive as ults were used by Trine, so now you don't have any healer ults here. So you got Slam Nano here, which should be another fight win for WMU. Should get it about another 2 minutes off the clock.
Oh, looks like we got another walls from Widow. She'll be able to see that enemy team for about 15 seconds.
So, Aaron, how do you think Trine gets back into this fight?
I think they're going to have to stack their ults. WMU's been in an ult advantage throughout the entire time after their initial defense, and I think that if Trine can really stack those ults, then we'll see a really good attack from them.
Big pick with the Junkrat and Bluefin. We got the Nano on the Reinhardt.
Yep, looks like
Big slam. And that's going to be a fight win for WMU now that Trine's down their main tank.
Yeah, they're not quite giving up yet. We've got a couple of picks on WMU. This might not be over.
Ooh, big pick by Raze there on the Widow duel.
Oh yeah.
Oh, but it did get rezzed.
And Raze is down.
And here
Big
comes the
Tire.
Tire.
Coming from the top.
Tire did get the Zarya.
Yeah, big pick on Zarya.
Big pick.
Yeah, she's almost got grabbed too.
Light them up.
This is a
Zoning
great attack
ultimate with the
Trine.
dragons.
Despite them losing their main tank early, they still were able to get a good push in.
Now we see aggressive positioning from a Widow here. And it's going to be hard to contest her off the high ground without the Diva. You don't have a lot of players with verticality on WMU's side. But Bluefin getting that raw aim, just being able to dink him on the top.
We've got Trine has Minefield and the Vouch. Oh,
big.
Yeah, there goes the Minefield that was hopefully going to be sent this fight, but they've got Valk going. Tire is up. We don't have WMU rather does not have any defensive ulti. Oh, there goes the Tire. That's a big pick. Big
Pops
shatter.
using the shatter.
Massive shatter.
Finishing off the fight. This should be a reset.
Yeah, Trine is going down fighting though. That Junkrat getting a pick.
So you've got another combo of ults here from WMU. You got the potential for a grab pulse bomb, which is an ult you haven't really seen a lot because you don't see a lot of Tracer play anymore.
Yeah, it's kind of surprising me. She's a very powerful
big
character.
pick by McCree mitigates that potential for the grab combo.
With the high nuke coming out.
It doesn't see anyone.
Yeah, doesn't get anybody, but it does. It's really more of a zoning ult than anything. I mean, it does have the potential for good picks, but it does force them off point.
Vic getting that pick with the pulse bomb. That was important because he did have beat, so now you got rid of that defensive ult.
We got the nano on Pops. Oh, and he goes down anyway.
Pulsar needs to have a big beat here. Looks like it wasn't enough as they're gonna finish with 30 seconds left.
That's not, a lot of time for them, but I think they'll be able to do something with it. They do have a very strong attack, as we've seen in the past couple of games. What do you think?
I think Trine did really well with their verticality.
Oh, for
they
sure.
had the Junkrat contesting those snipers on the high ground, which really WU didn't have an answer for that Junkrat.
Yeah, do you think that we're going to see any switches to help deal with that verticality?
I don't think so. I think WU has a tendency to force goats. Their goats is their most practice.
This is true. I mean, we've been coming out of very goats heavy meta. We're seeing a lot of bunker comp.
We got a pause
now.
here.
We've had a lot of bunker comps recently. A lot of goats, a lot of Sombra play, which is exciting. But yeah, I think I agree with you. The WMU team.
TV, any comments?
Plans on running that goats, especially on Kings Row.
All right, so what do you think WMU needs to do here to have a better push than Trine did?
I think the first thing they're going to want to do is clear off that high ground. You know, taking care of any Widow, any Junkrat.
Alex's name is currently messed up on stream.
And I think that if they're going to be able to do that, then they fight on point. They have very powerful goats, and they'll be able to clear point and get it done.
I do trust that Evan can clear off that high ground. He's been working on his diva play. It's really strong,
Yeah,
and
for
hopefully,
sure.
I'm excited to see that.
Yeah, this should be fun. I'm really hoping that they can get through point 1 really quickly and just push through the streets.
Now, I haven't watched much of Trine's gameplay previous to today, but I am really impressed with their Sombra play.
Yeah, their Sombra play has been fantastic, and I think if they run a Sombra Goats, that might shut down some of WU's normal play that they have. They're going to have to adapt to that a little bit.
Well, hopefully we get this pause done soon. Sorry to take away from the gameplay. Yeah.
I think that do you think they'll run the counter Sombra for WU? Do you think if we see a Sombra coming out of Trine, do you think they'll run the counter Sombra?
I think Trevor Sombra, as what he's shown, especially on map 2, can compete with Trines. I think if Raze focuses that Sombra with a shield bash, they should be okay. So we're jumping back into the map. Let's see what comps we're going to run.
Oh, Trine staying on that Junkrat, going with McCree instead of Widow. That's an interesting pick because he does have pretty high damage fall off, but when WMU kind of gets to point, he is going to be able to punish like Sombra and that Genji as well.
How do you feel about this ball on defense?
Wait. Ball on defense is interesting, but I think they should have gone with an off tank, instead of double main tank. But let's see what they do with it. It's an interesting pick and should be fun to watch.
We're watching Double Sniper coming out from WMU. Let's see if Raze
Defense
can get
damage.
this big first pick.
Yeah, looks like they did.
Oh, Evan, take it down low. Healed back up.
Yeah.
All right, we're at the neutral fight. See who can take more point damage.
Yeah, kind of fighting that shield was really important, especially in a
Bluefin with a pick.
Ryan v Ryan match.
Oh, it's traded out. Ryan gets rezzed. Tall and Thin taking out his counterpart.
We got a pick on the Junker, which is huge in that shield war.
They've lost a lot of their damage as Trine.
Yeah.
They have both DPS down. It's going to be a long respawn. So let's see if W can capitalize.
Yeah, for sure. This is gonna be a difficult hold, but I think they can do it still. Oh, there goes the pick on the.
And
Oh,
and there goes. Ooh, big flick from Trevor.
At the end. Then we're gonna see WMU start taking that space and just getting ready for the next fight. We've got Dragons. Didn't quite get grabbed, but we've got a defensive ulti and the nano boost from WMU. Looks like Trine does not have any ult yet, but they're almost to shatter. WMU actually just got their shatter as well. They sent the Dragons. See if there's any picks after that.
Big play from Pops with that triple kill. Getting the nano. Able to force
nano.
that.
Oh, look
choke.
at it taunt. Oh.
All right, so they have vision up. They're able to see where they're coming from. But they've
WMU
used
taking a
most of
lot
their
of
ults only with one defensive ult here.
We just got the shatter over on Trine's side. Let's see if they can use that to get some picks and clear out WMU.
We've also got Minefield.
Oh, here comes the minefield.
Ooh, he gets melted before he can use it.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Both Reinhardt's playing at this angle. Pops pushing out first.
Oh, here comes the grab, the trans in
Grab,
response.
big slam to prevent any follow-up damage. And it's about even
Pops
here.
go down, it's still even. Although WMU lost their main tank, which is really big. Oh, there goes the Widow.
And that
Yeah, I
should
think-
be a fight win for Trine.
Yeah, trying to take that one. We do for next fight. We're looking at a Nano Shatter from WMU. Oh, Nano came out to save that Reinhardt on Trine's side. That's a big Nano.
Looks like it's gonna be a nano chatter.
We're probably gonna get that Nano Shatter here in a second. Let's see if Pops can get a good angle on this.
Pop's getting booped up in the air. He's shield
Just
almost
taking
down.
that
There's the
space.
Nano. There's the Shatter. And
Oh,
there goes
and
the
there's-
main tank.
Yeah, and here comes a Dragon
Big
as well.
Dragon from
Wow,
Bluefin.
Big picks from Trap.
That's an easy team wipe.
That's a big team fight for them. They might actually be able to get second point off of this.
I'll see where they force up to. Going past first stroke. Nope, looks like Pops are going to hold first stroke, third point.
No, we did not get the contest from Trine. They just weren't able. They didn't have the time to get there, but they do. They've got the Brig ult. They just got Shatter online, and they got a bomb
They're
coming
still
up.
rolling in and through this.
Maybe we get a Shatter bomb here from Trine. Pop's getting the pick on Brig. That's a good first pick. Oh, there goes the Lucio to follow him up.
Now Divas finally have bomb. Being a little aggressive, frontlining. She might get demeched here.
She
She's
gets the
throwing
healing
bomb.
stab.
Here
There's
comes the
bomb.
Shatter. Nope. Tried to get the stun instead with the pin. Doesn't work out.
Here comes the Dragon.
And there's
Taking
the Shatter. Nano Shatter gets one, but they are demeched. Bluefin bringing it back with 2 kills. Just Ryan left against 3, 4, 5. Not looking good.
Oh man, they're starting to stagger. Oh, and that's a camp from WMU. That's a big play from WMU. That was a really good combo of ults that really just kind of get the steamroll going towards the end of that last point.
Now, what you notice on defense from Trine is they didn't have that verticality that they did on their attack. So
Yeah.
it's the same issue that WMU had. They couldn't contest those snipers. So there was just free damage coming in from above.
Yeah, and you know, Kings Row is full of real interesting high grounds in different spots, and controlling that high ground is really key to winning this map. Let's see what we got for comms. On attack.
We're looking
They
at...
just keep. Let's look at the defense first. We've got another dual shield tank combo. Or main tank, rather. I apologize. We got the monkey ball.
We're looking at a dive tank with the Lucio, which should be okay.
Yeah, come on
that's
out of
going to
Trine,
allow
that's
them to get to the high ground.
Yeah, they've got a lot of speed coming out of the ball, coming to the. Yeah, it's looking like a disruptive dive. Kind of get the Junkrat mines to displace.
Ooh, big pick from Race to start off the fight.
Yeah, there goes the Widow. That's going to kind of deny any picks in the back line, unless Ball can get back in there. Well, Trine's holding up by the wall, waiting for the Widow to come
There comes
back.
the knockup. Didn't really see much. It was walled off by that Reinhardt.
With the res on the monkey, that's big.
Ooh, Ray's getting low. Has to fall back with his team.
The ball is down. Oh, monkey jumped up into the air. He got picked by Rays. Mercy's down.
Dunk ball there to the high noon.
Looks like
Couple ticks for
WMU
Trine, but they well, Monkey's there,
Yeah, Monkey's there to contest.
but he does not have Primal yet.
Still contested. We're here in overtime. Trine just keeps falling.
WMU getting them star kills,
Oh,
able
the
to
ball
hold them.
couldn't drop in time. That's unfortunate.
So the reason the disruption dive didn't work for Trine was that McCree. McCree has the ability to flashbang and focus down targets, and they really couldn't dive in and focus the target they wanted to.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they had the disruption going, but it kind of ended up being more of a cluster for Trine. It was very unfortunate. You know, the disruptive dive is a difficult comp to run, but when they get to it and it works, it's a really powerful comp.
Taven, are you gonna start doing a lot more of their POV?
And we're looking at a single tank dive, maybe, for WMU?
Maybe we look at Trine. We've got
We got a strong bunker.
Yeah,
with
big
double
good.
shield, May Bastion.
Batiste with the immortality field. We've got Zen. We got the potential for Trans to just keep that bunker alive.
Now what Trine can do here is play really passive to avoid those sight lines from Raze, and they should be golden.
It's interesting. It looks like they're holding on point, which normally you want to hold in that top corner and really just deny getting them on point. But now you're forcing them to fight you on point, which makes it a little bit easier to dive that Bastion.
Pop's taking good position and right above him.
Yeah, looks like
Should be able to
WMU
dive in
coming
with
around.
Trevor Bluefin. Do they go around him or above him?
They got walled off. They're kind of denying that drop on him while taking care of anyone behind them.
Big hack on the Bastion.
Yeah.
Gets him out of turret form. Focus.
WMU really taking advantage of them being on point, taking that high ground. Oh, I think Trine might be able to hold them off though for now.
May doing some work.
Evan playing a little passively, trying to get that bomb up, trying to just take down those shields.
Trine has both DPS ults.
How do you think Trine gets around these double shields here? They're not trying WMU, right?
WMU just needs to focus down one target. So you need to pick someone, dive together, and then focus on the target. The other thing that they already have is the Sombra. As soon as Sombra gets that EMP and get the 6-man, they should hopefully win that fight.
Yeah, for sure. We got 3 ults coming from Trine, but we get a good EMP, and it should mitigate all of that. Got a hack on the Reinhardt. That denies one of those shields, makes it easier for the pick to come out.
Nanoblade, let's see what Trevor does with it.
Oh, and he gets picked by the Bastion.
Big
That's
Bastion
unfortunate.
all
Oh, Bastion going
gets
out.
3. That's
3
another
and-
fight win
and
from Trine.
Trine cleaning up. You know, I think one thing they could do, and I'm a little biased towards this, but maybe if we see a Junkrat come out to really pressure those shields and just try and mitigate as much of the shield.
They're coming up on bomb.
We got an EMP bomb coming up from WMU though, which could be massive, especially if we get like a 6-man EMP.
Monkey going in. He's got the primal. Disrupts it. They get rid of one of the tanks with Reinhardt. Throws the EMP bomb.
We got Snowglobe on point. Oh, Pop's popping his ult. He's got 2, 3. Looks like WMU might be able to take this.
Yeah, they got to get rid of that May.
May's contesting in the corner. Pops is just on top of her. There's the hack on her.
There's the hack on May.
We got only 2 more left on point from Trine. Can they hold out?
No ultimates on Trine's side.
2. Oh, here comes the ball.
And that
And ball's
should
down.
be it.
That should be it for WMU, and that's it. That is Kings Row, ladies and gentlemen.
WMU moving up to 3-0.
And like we said earlier, this will probably be a goats heavy matchup, especially on this is Li Jiang Control Center, I believe.
Yes, control center. You do have a lot of ball potential to spin to win, as people call it, where ball just goes around the point just in a big circle.
Yeah,
so
you get the big cylinder there, and in the middle that we're looking at, you can see ball just hooks on and just kind of knocks everybody off the point, really making it a lot easier to actually cap the point.
But it does look like we have some gameplay coming in, and do you see the Reaper?
Oh, we do see Reaper. I'm excited. I love Reaper.
I'm going to have the science, the hack.
We got Reaper, man. We got a actually triple DPS combo here. 2 healers and a main tank. We got a 3-2-1 here. This should be really interesting to watch. Actually, looks like we got
May Goats going against not May Goats. I'm interested to see how Trine does with this.
Yeah, this should be really interesting. I know
Both teams taking control of White Room first.
Yeah, I know that May Goats is a big faction of the Broncos, and so this should be
quick 2 pickets for WMU.
Oh, there's 3. Looks like they're probably gonna win this first fight.
Bluefin getting those 2 kills.
Wow, they just cleaned them up right there real quickly. That was an impressive engage by WMU.
Now that Maywall was able to choke off Trine, so they were easily able to collapse on those 3 team members that were away from the rest of the team. And hopefully, looking
really
for
good.
another choke off here. We did see it. So that's what they're looking for at these chokes.
Yeah, they got the Maywall on cooldown. This would be the time for trying to push in.
Ooh, we do see a switch to a Roadhog, trying to isolate somebody with that hook.
Maybe potentially get an early pick on May to kind of shut her down. But looks like WMU still holding here at the choke. Really just shutting down Trine.
This May gameplay, real strong from Bluefin. How does Trine answer it?
I don't know. I think one thing that they could potentially do is go for more of maybe a switch to get their Lucio to they just clump together and just speed through, make it so they really can't be walled off. Looks like they're coming up to the.
Oh, isolates Reinhardt.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, hit from the Dragons. Oh, there's of course Trans out of. We got a lot of ults coming out of here.
Ooh. It's and Trine able to bring it back.
Shall embrace you. My ultimate is charging.
All right.
Trine's probably got one more push here. What do you think they're gonna do with it?
They got the nano. They have the nano, the Reinhardt, but Ryan's already down. They have invulnerability field. Focus down. It looks like it's going to be an easy win for WMU here on first point.
Yeah, that is our first map in Legion. Really unfortunate there. Trine never even really got out of the choke. I mean, that was a fantastic hold for WMU. May Goats definitely being one of their strong suits, and you can really see that here.
One of the interesting mechanics that with May is that you can wall off her wall by inserting a vertical wall compared to a horizontal wall.
Yeah.
That would have been a quick way for trying to get through that choke and not be choked off.
Yeah, for sure. That would have been that. Maybe we'll see that here in the next match. No, it looks like they're not. Looks like we don't have any.
Looks like we're gonna see a few more DPS here, which should be exciting gameplay. We got the spin to win, with nothing to really spin on here though, unfortunately.
Looks like some early poke damage coming out.
Ooh, big sleep. And pops down quick. Doomfist all winning.
It's hard. It's 3 down from WMU. Looks like Trine will take control of this first point.
Ooh, but WMU quick to flip it back. 4 quick kills.
Wow, that was a really good engage from WMU.
Now with WMU's comp, you got coming up on a blade here, but you're about halfway to nano, so you're not gonna see the nano blade right away. So we'll see if Trevor Bluefin uses this blade.
Yeah,
Big sleep.
it's a good bio from Collins and Chris. Looks like we
Nano is up. We'll see if it goes on Bluefin. It doesn't. He gets melted down.
I'm sure they'll hold that for next fight. They'll send that, and maybe Bluefin can get some work in with that.
Now WMU coming up on all 6 ults. And you're only looking at Doomfist's ult, and you're gonna have
Junkrat's Higher coming up, and we got
Lucio, Sound Barrier.
Sound Barrier just coming online. So maybe they'll be able to mitigate some damage.
They're gonna engage with Barrier. See how that works out for him. Nanoblade coming out into the grab.
Yeah, and then
Quick team wipe for WMU.
Couple quick picks, and there goes that team. Oh, and Bluefin gets trapped and killed by the Junkrat passive. Oh, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate, you know. Right?
All right, we're in one fight territory. This is it. If Trine are unable to do it here, WMU will be the victors.
We do have a couple ults coming up here, so let's see if maybe they can get in some work. We got the Nano and the Monkey.
Here comes Tyre.
Setting in Tyre.
Tyre not able to get in, but
That's unfortunate. That's big. They needed a couple picks up that Tyre. Bluefin.
Primal.
Here comes the
Stalling point.
Stalling from Trine.
They're not able to focus him down. It's giving time for his team to come back.
Yeah, it's Steve Shore almost back by now. We've got the ball back on point. We're here in overtime. This is so
Raze
close
with
here.
2 picks. Another blade.
Oh, here comes the
Nano.
blade. 2 picks from Bluefin. Overtime, we're taking down. Then it's all over, folks.
And
WMU has won the Bronco Thunder battle. Oh, we got Bluefin here with the play of the game. Let's watch it, see what he did here.
Oh, it's not the Nano blade.
Oh,
what a surprise.
Pick on the Junkrat, pick on the Ash. Oh, and a pick on the wow. Fantastic play from both teams today. That was a really, really great matchup for both of them.
WMU able to pull off the 4-0 against Trine University. Couple close fights, but WMU able to just squeak past them.